want to share a little story with you that happened yesterday. Um, and it has to do with the importance of compounding energy because you're always manifesting and there's magic in every moment that you are co-creating, except people oftentimes are just focused on the big thing that they want to manifest. And then they end up missing out on all this energy that they could actually alchemize into magical moments. And this has to do with the levels of consciousness that you're resonating in. So you always hear me say, you can manifest from fours, and a lot of you are doing that, or you can manifest from magnetism and effortlessness, which is your birthright. And I am always manifesting big things, small things in the quantum. Actually, there is no such thing as big or small. That's a very Newtonian model of manifestation. When you're trying to manifest, and that implies you're doing all of these things like nervous system stuff and hypnotism and healing and all of that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There is a time and a place for that. Maybe I'll do another video around that. But when you're doing all those things with the intention of getting something, it tells me that you are not in the deep inner knowing that your desire is already yours. You are not in the end of the wish fulfilled. And part of the way I teach manifestation, again, which is all about compounding energy, is a very simple way that in your day-to-day you can compound energy, and it's like putting money in the bank so that you can expand your magnetism, your ability to not just attract, because all of you are really good at attracting, but actually allowing life to surprise you with its magic. I had this kind of knowing of like, oh, go to Target to get some more things as I'm organizing my house. And it was later in the day. It was like, already dark. And I'm like, I don't want to go out. I am a hermit. So any excuse to stay home and not go out. But this thing kept pulling, like, go to Target. So I go to Target and I'm like, okay, I'm not even going to get a cart because I know exactly what I'm coming in. I'm going in and out. And when I shop really fast, I'm doing like speed shopping, as I call it. I put my key, my car key, the ring in my pinky finger, and I just hold it there because I don't want to put it in my purse and waste time having to look for it and whatever. So lo and behold, I start looking around. Somewhere along the way, I lost my car key. But I don't panic about it because I'm a problem solver and I'm just like, okay, I'll just call somebody to come pick me up, but whatever. But let me go retrace my steps to look for the key. Now, a little bit of backstory. Recently, I heard news of a friend of mine that I lost touch with, and I reached out to her and let her know that I heard the news, and we kind of were chatting back and forth in text, but I haven't stopped thinking about her since I learned of the news. And I've been thinking about her. She's been on my mind, and just I've had her on my mind. And I'm like, okay, after the holidays, I'm going to go visit her. So I am in Target backtracking, looking for my key, and I don't see the key anywhere, except I do see somebody that looks familiar to me, and I'm like, oh, I know that guy. And he looks at me like he knows me, and I'm like, ooh, it like took a minute to land who he was. And I'm like, well, if he's here, she must be here. So I go further up the aisle and I hear her voice, and it was my friend who I had been thinking about. It was a feeling of such joy to see her. We hugged really big and I was so happy to see her. And then I go to the service counter and I'm like, what are the chances that in this big ass store that somebody found the key and actually returned it? And lo and behold, I asked the girl, did you find a car key? And she had the key right there. All this to say that the universe is always taking you by the hand and guiding you. And when you look at every moment or character building opportunity as opportunities to either alchemize or compound energy, you will start to see that energy materialize in 3D form into manifestations that you could have never tried to even fathom. So remember, in the quantum, there is no such thing as big or small. It is all adding up.